Hi everyone, this is Lynn from Devine Central. It is February 1st, 2022, and I am coming to you today with a new spread called the Four Keys. It is the brainchild of Vincent Petici from tarotmaps.com. Now, Vincent has a bi-monthly tarot live Zoom meeting, and everyone is invited. So if you'd like to come, just go to tarotmaps.com and you can follow the link to the gatherings. So he also has a YouTube channel where he has taken this new spread that he's devised and he's put it up there with some of his ideas of how he sees the spread being used. But in the meantime, he has asked those of us who are in his group to please use the spread, use it however we see fit, and see what we come up with. So I liked it so much that I had a mat made of it. So are you ready? You want to see it? Here we go. Okay. There it is. This is the Four Keys. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lay this out. I'm going to use this in the way that I see fit. Okay? All right, so the first thing that I wanted to do was come up with a question. And rather than, beat myself up trying to come up with something, I have this bag of like 600 questions. I know it sounds silly, but I pulled one, and the question is this a good time for me to retire? Okay? I'm going to use that as the basis of this reading. I've already shuffled the cards in order to speed things up here, so I'm going to lay them out. Now, the way Vincent thought that this should be done is a major card in the center and only minors in a circle. So, let's start with that. Okay. All right, that's an Eight of Pentacles. That's not a major. There's a Devil. That's a major. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go around the circle. No majors in the circle. Okay, here's the Lovers. That's a major. So we're going to cover that with a different card. Okay, and there you go. All right, we're going to set those aside now. The question is, on here, the question is this a good time for me to retire? So if that's the subject that we're going to use, we want to know what, per Vincent, what are you trying to accomplish? So to me, I'm looking at this as what is our situation and what obstacles stand in our path? That's my what. We have the Devil. You know what? The Devil is all about our feeling bound by something. It's it can be about toxic people. It can be about a whole lot of things. But in this particular context, the Devil is about being afraid to take that step, being afraid to step outside of the boundaries that we've set for ourselves. We have been in this job probably for a long time. We don't know what's to come. We fear what we don't know. And the Devil just plays on that. So as we start thinking more and more about retiring and about what that would look like, it gets scarier and scarier because the Devil wants us to be bound to where we are and what we're doing. So what obstacles do we face, for this? Well, I have the Three of Swords as one of the what cards. So if this is an obstacle card, my question to you would be, what three obstacles are going to be the main considerations here? I would say number one would be, what about the finances? Am I going to be able to survive? Where is my money situation already? I would also be concerned about, what if I don't like retirement? What if I miss all the people that I'm with and I'm going to be sorry that I left? What if I can't, what if I don't have anything to do and I'm bored? Okay? Or, what if I'm going to just be all alone? So there are a lot of considerations that everybody feels when they're looking at retiring. But the thing is, what you have to do is you have to get out there. You have to throw yourself out there anyway. The Three of Wands is all about taking, you can see him manifesting. Can you see this? He's manifesting his future. And it's about having a plan and putting it out there and seeing what comes back to you, because it's opening up a new world. It's going to be a new world. There's no doubt about it. It is what it is. And you have to be ready and willing to take part in that plan and take part in moving forward and expanding your horizons. It's the next phase of your life, and you can't be afraid of it. But you know what? We've been afraid before, right? We were terrified when we walked in the door of our first job. We were terrified when we were either asking out or being invited out on our first date. We were terrified when somebody said we were going to be a parent. So it stands to reason that we would be terrified on the next change of our life. So what? What's next? Get over it. Okay? Start manifesting. Start getting out there. That's our what. Now, the next question is how. So here we are with our hows. We have the Ace of Swords. Okay? And the Ace of Swords tells us that it's a new beginning. This is a new journey. This is a new venture. And it's coming to the realization that it's time to let go. It's time to change our boundaries, get away from work. Don't quit feeling obligated to these people that have given us a paycheck for our whole life. But get away from that and move. And it's not that it's not going to be a double-edged sword, because it is. There's a lot of things that we need to do, and we're going to find obstacles along the way. So, Vincent's question is how do we accomplish this task of moving forward? My question is how are we going to work through those obstacles? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to accept the fact that it's time to retire. It's time to accept the truth. And it's time to be open to a new beginning. That's the first thing that our psyche needs to do. Then we need to make a plan, and we need to start working for it. The Seven of Pentacles has always been about tilling the soil and planting the seed and watering it and nurturing it and watching it grow. And we put all this time and all this effort into working our whole lives. And then we get to the end and it's like, we start second guessing ourselves. Ooh, maybe we're not ready to go. Maybe we don't have enough money to go. It's planning and being ready to answer those questions. And it's about not second guessing ourselves. It's about knowing that we've planted the seeds and we have what we need to move on to the next step. And it's having that patience and that plan in place to make it happen. So the next question is why? Okay. And Vince's question is why do I want this in my life? Okay, let me remind you, the question is this a good time for me to retire, right? So why would we want this in our life? Well, I think that's kind of obvious in this particular case, right? We deserved it. It's time. But what we have here, and my why, is why are we working to resolve this situation? What's in it for us? That's my question. So why are we doing it? For the new beginning. Again, we have two aces. We have a new beginning here. And if we just break away and put our energy and everything into this new beginning, we have in store for us all of our wishes come true card. Okay? This is a 9. It's completion. If you just take that first step and trust in what you've grown and what you've put into place, you will reap the benefits from that. That's why. This is what we've been shooting for our whole life, is to be sitting on the beach, soaking up the sun and thinking, I'm so glad I'm not bound by this damn job anymore. Okay. So when is this going to happen? Okay. So Vincent's question is, when is the best time to act on this? My question is, when do we need to act on this to secure our best result? Okay. Well, we have the Page of Swords. This is about new directions. And I would think that, you know what? It's when we decide to take it. It's when we decide to commit to that new direction. It's when we decide to take the chains off that bind us to all the obligations and the responsibilities and the what ifs, and just finally turn our back and walk away. And you know what? This Seven of Swords complements that. But it says, you know what? No one can make that decision for us. We have to make that decision on our own. And that's when we're going to be able to walk away from all this. So that is the spread that we have. We have a couple of sevens. Sevens to me are about being retested. Aces are about new beginnings. Pages are about changing directions. We have 2 threes. It's about expanding our horizons. We have 3 main issues of what is our obstacle. Okay? It's just getting around that. It's expanding past that. It's opening up each one of those and like we do here, and systematically ripping them apart and figuring out why they're such a big concern for us so that we can move on. So that is the reading of the day. I hope this will make Vince proud. Anyway, do look down below, and now that you've seen my rendition, go look at some of Vince's videos regarding this 4 keys method and see what you think of that. So here we are. I'm back. This is the first of many new videos in 2022 that I'm going to do for aspiring tarot readers and experienced tarot readers alike. I'm really going to open up and do a lot of things with this channel, including a lot of different spreads to give you some ideas of new things to do. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please like this video because that's how I get views. And please subscribe if you're interested. I'm doing Wednesday mailbag readings from people, and I'm also doing monthly zodiac readings. See you at one of those. Bye-bye.